What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. WWE off the script. Number 4, WWE News and Rumors for your week ending March 16th, 2014. But before I get into the regular news and rumors this week, guys, I got a few things I want to go over with you. Now, I know a lot of you guys missed my Monday Night Raw review. I know this because my Monday Night Raw review typically brings in about 45 to 5,000 views a week. Now, Monday Night Raw review this week barely got over 2,300 views. There's a problem with YouTube. I know my videos are not reaching the proper amount of sub boxes that they should be reaching. Okay, it's a problem. It frustrates me because, you know, I sit down every week and I sit here for 20, 30 minutes at most with you guys and talk WWE. When my shit isn't reaching my WWE audience, there's a problem and I become very frustrated. So, if you guys missed my Monday Night Raw review and the hijacking of Monday Night Raw by Daniel Bryan, Occupy Raw, the Yes Movement in full effect. I talk about what happened on Monday Night Raw with Daniel Bryan. Link is down below in the description under my latest videos section, okay? Just want to get that out of the way. Also, last week's Off the Script News and Rumors was uploaded on Sunday. A lot of you guys are telling me, JD, where's News and Rumors? Where's Off the Script? Where's this? Where's that? YouTube, again, was fucking up. Processing took forever. I uploaded it 3 times before I said fuck it. So I uploaded it on Sunday of last week. If you guys missed that, that is also down in the description below with my Monday Night Raw review. Catch up on all happenings in the world of WWE with JD. Everything is down below. All the videos you missed are down below, okay? Now, news and rumors. There is a slow incoming of news this week. Nothing I can do about it, but there was a big rumor going around this week about WWE possibly merging or being sold to AMC networks. AMC is the home of The Walking Dead, and I know from everybody, you guys have been tweeting me, messaging me, hey JD, Phil Brooks is going to be on The Walking Dead or The Talking Dead. CM Punk is going to be on The Talking Dead. Phil Brooks is CM Punk. That's his real name. I know. I will talk about it. I got news on it. I know. Everything you guys tweet me, I know ahead of time. I know about it. I'm on the dirt sheets all day long. I know what's going on. But a merger, a possible merger or sale to the AMC network, they are interested in buying WWE. This is the rumor going around that even spiked WWE's stocks to go up to about $32 per share. And, you know, I should have bought stock. I don't know what I'm waiting for. I should have bought stock in the WWE. They were around $9, $10 when I was actually looking at it, and now it's $32. So, I look like an idiot. But, SeekingAlpha.com sent out a WWE alert this afternoon that says WWE stock spiked this week, midday, on Wednesday, trading based on a rumor that AMC Networks is interested in buying WWE. There is no word yet about the rumor of AMC being interested in buying WWE. All that we know is that WWE recently talked with AMC about their TV distribution, but the note from SeekingAlpha.com is the first that was reported on the AMC being, or the AMC Network being interested in buying the WWE. It is all false. It is all false. Do not believe it. This is the biggest talking point of the week. That's how slow it was. A rumor based on AMC possibly buying the WWE. Let me tell you something. All I'm going to say is this because there's really nothing to talk about. Vince McMahon would never sell the WWE. It has been in his family since the very beginning. Okay, Vince is not selling the WWE. He is not merging the WWE with anybody. When Vince dies, his family will take over the business. Triple H, Stephanie, whether it be Shane coming back, Linda, you know, they all have a hand in the business, okay? Triple H and Stephanie will take over day-to-day operations when Vince finally is dead, is gone, is no more, okay? Vince right now is not selling to anybody, okay? If he did, if the WWE was to be bought out by AMC or anybody willing to pay the price tag I can imagine Vince McMahon would put on his company, I would assume the WWE would give themselves a price tag of about $3 billion. That's how big the fucking WWE is. Okay? So, Vince is not selling the WWE. Vince is not doing anything merger-wise with the WWE, with AMC, or any other network. This was the rumor going around. It is all false. Do not believe anything you hear about WWE being bought out. It's not going to happen. Vince would never allow that to happen. Now, speaking of the AMC network, Phil Brooks, also known as CM Punk, will be appearing on AMC's The Talking Dead this coming Sunday night. His first appearance since walking out of the WWE last month. There is some bitterness within WWE towards CM Punk for appearing on the show. There's a feeling backstage that if he could go to Los Angeles for The Talking Dead, he could have at least come to Monday Night Raw in his hometown of Chicago to talk to someone face-to-face about his situation. There is also a feeling of uncertainty because nobody knows what Punk is going to say about his WWE status, if anything at all. Now, all I'm going to say is this. I will be watching The Talking Dead just for the simple fact to see CM Punk on TV. Okay, I missed the last 4 episodes of The Walking Dead, so I don't want to be brought up to speed on any spoilers that would spoil the series for me, because I did miss 4 episodes. I seen the first episode of the second half of the season when they came back in February. I missed the rest of them because I'm just lazy. Okay, I gotta DVR it. I gotta go back on Verizon On Demand, and I gotta catch up on what's going on in the show because I am a big fan of The Walking Dead. Okay, but CM Punk on The Talking Dead, I will definitely be tuning into that just to see if he does say anything about the WWE, which I will give you my opinion on right now. I do not see CM Punk saying anything about the WWE, and this is all I will say on this, simply because he is under contract to WWE. He will not talk about the situation. He will not badmouth anybody. He will not talk negative about the company in any way. He is strictly there to talk about The Walking Dead simply because he is under contract. I'm sure he's not obligated to talk about anything besides what's going on storyline-wise on The Walking Dead. He is a comic book fan. He loves this type of shit. This is the reason why they brought Phil Brooks out to The Talking Dead. And obviously, it's going to garner some ratings because you're going to get that wrestling crowd. You're going to get that Walking Dead crowd kind of coming together and watching this show. So it's going to be interesting to see what Punk says on Sunday night. But I do say that he will not talk about anything WWE related. It's all going to be about the show. And if he does talk about something WWE related, I would be completely surprised. But I'm going on record right now to say he doesn't talk about anything simply because he is under contract until July with the WWE. After that, if he allows his contract to expire without coming back, then at that point when he's got no contractual ties to the WWE, that's when he'll talk. That's when we'll hear about what happened, why he didn't come back, how he's doing, etc., etc. But do not expect CM Punk to say anything wrestling related on The Talking Dead. Now, more on CM Punk. Obviously, we all know he's dating AJ Lee, right? There are people within WWE that feel that this week's Monday Night Raw from Memphis, including AJ Lee getting laid out for the loss in the Divas tag match, was meant to send a message to CM Punk for not coming back to the company in Chicago. Those same people feel that AJ might be punished for her relationship with Punk on tonight's WWE main event. This was taken earlier in the week. Main event actually happened on Tuesday, so this was pulled from, I believe, WrestleZone.com. WWE main event where she will face Natalya for the title on the line. Obviously, they fought on the main event program on the WWE Network. Based on the Nikki Bella and Natalya stare down on Monday Night Raw, and with Naomi expected back soon, it could be Naomi versus Natalya versus Nikki Bella at WrestleMania 30 for the Divas Championship, as there was talk of doing a multi-diva match on the show. Now, a few things here. Number one, punishing AJ Lee for her relationship with CM Punk is beyond childish. She has nothing to do with the situation. She influences nothing regarding CM Punk's situation. She should not be punished for what's going on with her boyfriend, CM Punk. I'm going to lay that out lay that out there right now. Number two, she should remain the Divas Championship because nobody other than Natalya has any in-ring skill on the WWE Divas roster right now. The Bella Twins are okay. They're better than they were, but, you know, they're only good to look at. They're not good to look at wrestling-wise, if you know what I'm talking about, okay? They will not bring any prestige or any excitement to the Divas division. Now, AJ is getting boring, I will honestly admit. She's getting boring as the Divas champion simply because there's no storylines for AJ Lee in the Divas division right now. She can hold the title for 6 years. If they don't give her fucking storylines to work with and programs to work with other wrestlers, other Divas, it's just going to be stale and boring. Now, you have Paige in NXT who's been tweeting to AJ saying that, listen, if you need competition, I'm right here. Now, that's a match I believe everybody would be interested to see, but that'll be down the line, and that remains to be seen. But we will eventually be seeing that because their looks and their personalities kind of go well together, so I could see that being an epic Divas match somewhere in the future. But I don't think they're going to do a Divas multi-diva match at WrestleMania 30 either, because you're going to have the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, you're going to have a three-way dance as the main event for WrestleMania, easily, because we know Daniel Bryan's going to beat Triple H. There's talk about doing a multi-team tag team title match at WrestleMania. How many multi-team matches can you have at WrestleMania? It's going to look stupid, and it's going to look rushed and forced, because you're trying to get all these guys on the WrestleMania card. You know, everyone doesn't deserve to be on the WrestleMania card. This is what people have to understand. Not everyone's going to get on the WrestleMania card. You got to earn your way to fucking WrestleMania. You're not going to be put on WrestleMania simply because you're an employee of the WWE. You know, someone like Zack Ryder, oh, I want to be on WrestleMania. What have you done to be on WrestleMania? I know it's not your fault, but obviously WWE doesn't have anything for these people, so why would they, you know, showcase them on WrestleMania when, you know, you're bringing back half the card being fucking part-time guys? You got The Undertaker, Triple H, you got Brock Lesnar, you got Batista coming back. Obviously, WWE has another agenda. But a Divas multi-diva match at WrestleMania for the title, I'm not interested in seeing it. I would prefer the Divas title not even to be defended at WrestleMania. If they want to put it as a pre-show match, put it as a pre-show match. But going back to this AJ Lee situation, I don't think she should be punished for this. It's rather childish, and it goes back to that political agenda WWE has. Why? She has worked her ass off to get where she is, so you're going to punish her for being related, you know, or in a relationship to CM Punk? Come on, man. So fucking childish. She doesn't deserve it, and the WWE's political head is rearing, you know, or coming out of the woodwork again, because they have nothing else better to do. They figured that, oh yeah, you know, AJ's a part of CM Punk's clique, and she's dating CM Punk. We'll punish her just to send him a message. Really? So you're going to make her unhappy now, and then what if eventually she leaves when her contract's up and says, fuck you? What are you going to do then? You're going to be out of another quality talent on the WWE roster. UFC fighter Chael Sonnen appeared on TSN's Off the Record in Canada this week and was asked by the host about his friend CM Punk and his WWE status. Now, Sonnen and Punk are friends. I know Punk was invited to Sonnen's last couple of UFC fights. He was actually getting ready to usher Sonnen to the ring against Anderson Silva. That didn't go through because Vince was going to be unhappy about that if CM Punk showed his face on UFC pay-per-view. So Sonnen said that he didn't know what was going on and didn't know if Punk would be at WrestleMania 30, but said Stephanie McMahon would know if Punk would be at WrestleMania 30. Sonnen then held up a piece of paper with Stephanie's personal cell phone number on it and told the fans to call the number. Sonnen told Stephanie, tell Hunter I just played the game. Okay. Off the record, blurred out the number, but producers later called the number that he held up during the show and did verify that it was indeed Stephanie McMahon's personal cell phone number. Now, Sonnen is the CM Punk of the UFC. He's very outspoken. If I can find this, I will probably post it down in the description below so you guys can check that out. I did see clips of Sonnen on Off the Record once before. He is very out there as far as his promo goes. He's kind of like the guy that does the WWE type promo in UFC just to get everyone hyped for a pay-per-view. I do enjoy his promos. He's very well spoken. He comes off as a heel. But if I can find that clip on YouTube, I will post it down below. That's pretty funny. A WWE source notes that it will be interesting to see how things develop with WWE's developmental territory, NXT. WWE views the show differently now that there are more people watching it on the network. The primary focus with NXT will always to develop future stars for the main roster, but it's not the sole focus now that NXT has essentially turned into its own brand. Word is that Triple H has been talking about bringing back a few acts from WWE's past to have them work against NXT regulars. He was pleased with Too Cool's performance at NXT Arrival and is looking for more acts from the past that can be mixed in with the NXT rookies. Listen, we all know NXT is about developing new wrestlers in the WWE minor leagues, okay? Obviously, we want to see how things are progressing down there. If you're a fan of the WWE, you will tune in to watch NXT every Thursday. I'm sure it's better than fucking TNA Impact, okay? WWE's idea about bringing in older stars, or Triple H's idea about bringing older stars to work with NXT regulars, I like that. It could get the NXT guys exposure. It could get them a little bit more experience in the ring with working with somebody, like a veteran. Maybe bring back, I don't know. He mentioned Too Cool. They have some veteran presence in the ring. That veteran presence in the ring would do the younger guys good, just to see how they work out. I was actually at MSG, Madison Square Garden, last Saturday, and I actually seen the Ascension. I was very pleased with their performance. They did a great job, though they got no crowd reaction, even though they came out with Vicky Guerrero. Vicky Guerrero was there, introduced the Ascension. They brought out the NXT Tag Team Championships. They fought Los Matadores in a tag team match, completely squashed them. Nobody knew who they were, so they didn't get much of a reaction. But, those kind of guys I'd like to see building up towards their main roster spot on WWE. I've been watching NXT ever since I got the network. I'm very pleased with the show. And like I said, we as WWE fans, if you're interested in the future of the business and you want to see who's going to be the rising star of tomorrow, NXT is going to be that show for you. So obviously we're going to want to see who's down there and how they're progressing. I like Triple H's idea about bringing back some veteran acts. It would only help the NXT brand. I don't want to see it become a brand on its own, though. I don't want to see it become like a SmackDown or a Raw or ECW when they brought back the fake ECW. I just want it to remain a place where we can tune in every Thursday for an hour and see how these guys are progressing. Whether they want to do storylines, whether they want to do this, whether they want to do that. I just want to see how those guys are progressing in the ring before they're called up to the main roster. That's all I want. I don't want it to be its own brand. I don't want it to be given special treatment. Just leave it as it is. Let us watch how these guys are developing, and just leave it at that, okay? Vince McMahon is now scheduled to be back on WWE TV right after WrestleMania 30 is over and done with. This should be taken for what it's worth, as Vince has been rumored to return for months now. WWE started referring to Stephanie McMahon as the principal owner of the WWE once again. This was the terminology originally used to set up Vince McMahon's return. So Vince may play a part in Daniel Bryan winning the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. This is what I'm hearing now. This is a rumor going around. Take it with a grain of salt. I originally stated on my Monday Night Raw review, if you guys missed that, Daniel Bryan needs to be beaten to fucking high hell. Holy hell needs to be fucking just destroyed at WrestleMania 30. Though he's going to get the win against Triple H, we know. Triple H is going to put over Daniel Bryan because it's the right thing to do. It only makes sense. But he needs to be fucking laid out. He needs to be stretched out of WrestleMania. He needs to be fucking walking out with help of referees and officials. He needs to pretend and suspend belief that he's not going to be in the championship match. Then I'm hearing Vince is going to come out with Daniel Bryan midway through the match, say that Bryan is ready to go, and Bryan's going to win the WWE Championship. I don't know if this was somebody's radical idea. I don't know if this was someone's crazy idea, but I am hearing Vince might possibly show up at WrestleMania 30. If not, I do expect Vince to come out on Monday Night Raw following WrestleMania, which will probably be the biggest Monday Night Raw of the year. But Vince is scheduled to come back after WrestleMania is over, according to reports. I've noted before that John Cena and Daniel Bryan are being planned to be pushed as the number 1 and number 2 guys in the WWE coming out of WrestleMania 30. Cesaro will also be pushed big time and is being planned for a big match at SummerSlam. Other names to be pushed hard after WrestleMania 30 include Bray Wyatt, Roman Reigns, Batista, Brock Lesnar, and Paul Heyman, along with Randy Orton. That is nothing new. We knew this for a couple of months now, so that should come as to no surprise to anybody. You may have noticed on this week's Monday Night Raw from Memphis, Tennessee, that Jerry Lawler said Mark Henry had pinned Roman Reigns in the past before correcting himself a minute later. I didn't know this. I read this through reports. Lawler was ordered to make the correction by Vince McMahon himself in the headset. WWE is very serious about keeping Roman Reigns and his image very strong. Fun tidbit there. I did not know that. According to sources, word this week is that Alberto Del Rio is once again in the WWE doghouse. It could have to do with him expressing interest in leaving once his deal expires. Goodbye, Del Rio. Nobody's going to miss you. A new internal list was made this past week with 5 names that the WWE is projecting to be their 5 biggest superstars going forward after WrestleMania 30. Now, funny thing is, I just read you a list of people WWE plans to push after WrestleMania 30. That was early in the week. This comes from WrestleNews.net, and their names are John Cena, Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, Sheamus, and Roman Reigns. Who is left off the list? Batista is not on the list. Surprising. So we don't know. Listen, Batista is going to be in the title mix throughout most of the year. We know this. Roman Reigns is going to be skyrocketed to the main event. We know this. Randy Orton's going to be there. John Cena's going to be there. Daniel Bryan's going to be there. Cesaro is going to be there. These are names that we know are going to be there. Brock Lesnar's going to be there. Heyman's going to be there with Brock Lesnar. Sheamus, you know, I don't mind that he's on the list, but they really need to fucking change his character. Enough with this fucking heel, face bullshit. Turn him heel and just let him beat the shit out of everybody. You know, that's when I'll start enjoying Sheamus. Actually, I did enjoy Sheamus when he was a heel. As soon as he became a face, I just grew stale and bored of his fucking act. His matches with Christian on WWE TV the past couple of weeks have been very entertaining, but, you know, Sheamus just needs a slight character alteration to take him to that next level, because his comeback, you know, just like Batista, has just been very bland, very stale, boring, unexciting. You know, we need something to change with Sheamus as well. They did it with Batista. They brought him in as a face. They turned him heel because they had no fucking choice. The crowd didn't want it, so they turned him heel. Okay? Sheamus needs to go in the same direction. Turn him heel and just let him beat the shit out of everybody. Give him the character that he had. Irishman who loves to drink and beat the shit out of people. Plain and simple. I don't want no corny jokes from Sheamus. I don't want this fucking smiley guy, pale, pasty white guy. Just have him come to the ring, beat the shit out of people, and go on. That's all I want from Sheamus. Word from WWE this week is that there will be no Goldust versus Cody Rhodes match at WrestleMania 30. Tier. It is said that prior to appearing on his show this past week, WWE diva Cameron had no idea who Arsenio Hall was. 3 names listed internally for potential Batista opponents at SummerSlam had been Daniel Bryan, John Cena, or CM Punk. With Punk out of the picture, word is that there will still be either a Bryan or Cena match against Batista in the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam. So I do see Daniel Bryan holding the championship till SummerSlam. We may get that Batista versus Daniel Bryan main event in Los Angeles. I don't mind that at all, as long as Daniel Bryan walks out the champion, because Bryan deserves a long reign with the title. Okay, and as far as Cameron not knowing who Arsenio Hall was, I don't understand where she's coming from. She looks like a fucking ditz anyway. I don't know. That's what the report said. Power 97 DJ Cam Carson out of Winnipeg was kicked out of last week's WWE Live event in Winnipeg for getting into a verbal altercation with Batista. No word yet on the incident, if it was planned or not, but Power 97 was the official local sponsor of the live event, so it was likely a planned spot. I heard this all last week about Batista shoving a fan. He ended up being a DJ. They were the sponsor of the show, so I'm assuming he was just planted there to get the crowd riled up. I heard nothing of it since, so it was probably just a planned spot for Batista to get him over as, you know, him really being heel, especially being in Canada. So that it was just planned. If you guys read that story, don't take it seriously. It was probably just a planned spot. A person with knowledge of plans for the 2014 Hall of Fame notes that Scott Hall is still on the list for this year's candidates following the announcement that Carlos Colon will be inducted. Now, I heard differently. I haven't heard anything since. I heard Scott Hall was going in. I heard Carlos Colon is going to be announced tonight on SmackDown, which you guys will probably watch SmackDown tonight. You'll see this video tomorrow. Carlos Colon is going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame during WrestleMania 30 weekend. He's going to be announced tonight. But I'm hearing that Carlos Colon is the last guy to be announced. So I don't know if Scott Hall's going to make it in this year. We'll find out. We got 3 weeks left till WrestleMania. We don't know what's going on, so we're just going to have to wait and see. While some members of the Yes Movement in the ring with Daniel Bryan at Monday Night Raw were actual fans, many of them were WWE crew members, backstage staff members, and catering workers. That's an interesting fun fact. I didn't know who they were. I thought they were all fans, but they were WWE crew members and people who work for the company. Interesting. 2 more things of note, guys. WWE's current top merchandise sellers at live events are, in order, John Cena, Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, Batista, Sheamus, Hulk Hogan, Randy Orton, and Brock Lesnar. Punk is down a spot because he's been away from the product. On WWE's shop website, the top sellers are Cena, Punk, Bryan, Hogan, The Shield, Steve Austin, Lesnar, The Undertaker, and Randy Orton. Most notably missing from the list is Sin Cara, who had a drop in sales since Hunico took over the role, and Rey Mysterio, who for years had been in the top tier. So for you guys saying Daniel Bryan does not sell merchandise, Daniel Bryan will not make money for the WWE, obviously he's proven you wrong, because everyone is buying Daniel Bryan merchandise, and when he becomes the WWE champion, imagine the merchandise that the WWE is going to come out for Daniel Bryan when he's crowned the new champion. He's going to be a money-making machine, and fuck image, he's got the perfect image to be the face of the WWE. He's a likable guy, he works his ass off. Why not make him the face of the WWE? Because that's the way I see it. If you work your ass off and you're fucking respectful and garner the respect of everyone in the locker room, including The Undertaker, who wanted a match with you this year at WrestleMania, obviously you're worthy of being the face of the company. That's all I will say about that. And finally, guys, to end this week's news and rumors, Kane and his wife have started a new insurance company in Knoxville, Tennessee called the Jacobs Agency. Glenn Jacobs is a.k.a. Kane. They offer auto, home, motorcycle, RV, boat, life, and commercial insurance, as well as retirement planning. Kane has told people in the area that he's been planning on retiring from WWE for quite some time now, but it's hard to walk away from the good money, so he's going to continue wrestling while he can still make the big money. There is also feeling locally in the political world that at some point Kane would be interested in running for public office, in his hometown of Tennessee. So obviously, Kane has other aspirations outside wrestling. It's great to see that he's got things planned for when he retires, because obviously once you're done with wrestling, someone like Kane, he's got nothing more to prove. He's got nothing else to give. He gave everything for all these years. He wants to go on and start a new life after wrestling, and I'm very proud of that. You don't see guys doing that. A lot of the time they just kind of fade away and they don't do anything and they just live on the past. It's nice to see guys like Kane, leave wrestling or plan to leave wrestling, and he's got a plan ahead of him to succeed after he's done with the business. It's great to see. But that is your news and rumors, guys. Off the script number 4. If you enjoyed the video and the commentary, please leave a like. It really helps out my channel. If you missed any of my previous videos, thanks to the fuck up YouTube's been doing since its various updates this week, links are down below. And obviously, you guys know what the deal is. Every week I do news and rumors. Every time I talk about WWE, fuck those other guys. This right here is and will be your #1 source for all your WWE needs right here on YouTube.com. My name is JD, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, leave your thoughts down below on this week's news and rumors, and I will see you all on Tuesday morning with your Monday Night Raw review, guys. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon.